What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at a film from 1998 called Small Soldiers. So Small Soldiers pretty much asks the question, what if the military made toys? It kind of reminds me if like Toy Story and Child's Play made a film but tried to keep it PG-13. Now that being said, this film is rated PG-13. It's considered a family movie, but in the beginning there are a couple of like cuss words. Like I think it's like shit or something a couple times in the beginning of the film, and there are some like darker tones to this. So I mean, it shouldn't be in my personal opinion, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But to others that maybe are a little more sensitive, this could be an issue. But it is listed as a family adventure movie. One of the pros for this film is that the film doesn't overstay its welcome. It's under 2 hours long, and for those of you that know, I'm a big fan of films being under 2 hours. Another thing that I think is a pro is that this movie, like I said, it came out in 1998, and I think they actually did a really good job with like early CGI and how they made like the little toys, like the figures, like move around and actually like come to life. I think they did a really, really good job. Like it's actually pretty believable, even to today's standards. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. I think it looks great. I mean, I think they did a really good job with it. So the bringing the characters to life, really neat. I'm also a fan of seeing some of the actors when they were younger. Like Kirsten Dunst is pretty young in this film, and there's other names that you probably will recognize. I'll put up the picture right now so you guys can see. It's always interesting to see where actors, sometimes you forget they're in certain films, especially when it's been so many years. It's kind of neat to put one of these older films on and you recognize faces. So that's always a positive in my opinion. The other thing too is I did enjoy how the figures, the characters kind of got into trouble. I kind of liked seeing how you kind of got to see two different sides of like the business aspect of toys. Kind of like the movie was aware enough to know that there is the creative side of making figures and making toys and coming up with ideas that is fun, exciting, and very unique, and that's the part that people really enjoy. But unfortunately there's also the business side that is more, unfortunately, not as much fun, but kind of a necessary evil, because that's the side that's putting the money to get these projects actually done. So I thought it was really neat that the movie really touched base on that, and I liked how they kind of put a little bit of a twist where the Commando Elites, which are the soldiers, were actually the bad guys in this film, and the Gorgonites, which are the monsters, were actually the good guys, because originally they were created to be like kind-hearted creatures, but the business side of making toys thought that they would be better off being like evil monsters that the soldiers have to fight. And it was cool to see that they didn't do that. You know what I mean? Like the big company wanted to make the Gorgonites the bad guys and the Commando Elites the good guys, but it ended up switching, and it was kind of like what the original creators wanted, which is the Gorgonites to be good. And it was cool. It was pretty neat to see them kind of act out that way, and just kind of play into the way that they were supposed to be originally made, I guess. And let's not forget, there was of course merchandise they were pushing. Even I believe it was Burger King that had some of the toys that would come with their kids meals to try to help push this film. So there's always that. All right, and now to the cons section. I mean, I don't really have too much to really complain about with this. I mean, I kind of find myself, the more I do these videos, the more I realize that I'm actually pretty lenient when it comes to like movies and stuff. I don't really fixate on too many things. I don't like love everything, but I don't really hate anything either. So that being said, cons wise, the story was a little bit of a con for me. There was a lot of moments where it was kind of like a reach, kind of a stretch to try to make things work. Just to kind of happen just for plot purposes. And I mean, I guess that's not that big of a deal. It's not the end of the world. If you can overlook that, it's an enjoyable little film. It's something that can still kind of be something fun to watch. But I mean, I would be lying if I didn't say that there was quite a few times where I'm watching this And I'm thinking, like, how convenient that certain things happen to work out that way because of the plot, because it wouldn't really make sense any other way. But then again, this is also a film about toys coming to life and trying to, fight people and fight against other toys. So, I mean, you could take that with a grain of salt, I guess. So overall, the film was fine. I mean, I didn't think it was great. I didn't think it was terrible. There was, a decent amount of pros. Like, I liked the design of the figures. I thought they were cool. The story was all right. It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. And you know what? When I looked up the reviews from like Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that, a lot of people seem to feel the same way I did. Like, it wasn't a terrible movie. It wasn't a great movie. It was right in the middle. So if you really love the whole toys coming to life thing and you want kind of like a different look at it, I would recommend this film. Overall, for me though, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. But all right, everybody, that's it for me. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Please let me know what you think of this film. And if you guys have any movies you want me to check out, let me know in the comment section. Later, guys.